Today in class, you're going to be taking your first evaluate of the school year. You may have done this back in Algebra 1. You don't do it in January because it's not an EOC tested course, but since Algebra 2 is EOC tested, we will be doing it monthly again in Algebra 2. For those of you who may not have taken this before, what this does is it will help prepare us for the EOC and give me some information about what standards you guys have mastered, what you still need practice on, as well as give you good practice about of bringing back old information, practicing things we've looked at throughout the year so that you're ready. On your iPad, you're going to either Google Catapult Evaluate or just go to catapultevaluate.com. If you do not have your iPad, please let the sub know now, and they will give you a paper packet to go through instead today. The sub will also be giving you your login and information on a little piece of paper. You're going to use that to log in here, but do give the sub back those pieces of paper because I will store them for you here so that you always have them anytime we do evaluate. If you want to save it to your password when you sign in, that is fine. Your iPad can absolutely remember your password for you. That's not a big deal. When you log in, you should have this Algebra 2 box right here. If you are in an English class that is using Evaluate, you will see that there as well, just maybe next to it. Not a big deal. That just means your English teacher will be doing the same thing periodically for you as well. When you go through Evaluate, there's a couple important things to know. One, Evaluate will test you over every standard for the entire year whenever you do this. So there will be things that we have not covered yet. If you get to a question when you're going through this that you know we have not covered, that is okay. What I want you to do is just try your best to think about it, pick an answer, or give yourself an educated guess. Do not stress about things that you know you don't know how to do yet. There will be some that you have seen from either Algebra 2 or some that pull back from Algebra 1, and those I do expect you to try and figure out, which is why I would take the mentality with every single problem of attempting it to the best of your ability, giving it a good educated guess based on what you know. Each month we will take this. Each month will only cover half of the standards of Algebra 2, so this month you will do half of them. In October, your test will look different, and it will be a different half of the test. But once we get to November's test, it will look more similar to the one you're taking this month. What I pay close attention to is that you're having the appropriate growth between the matching months. So I will pay very close attention to how you do in September and how you do in November, and whether the problems you should now know how to do, you are correctly doing or not. So it will give me some feedback as to what you're learning, what we need to work on, things like that. How you will be graded for this is in terms of making sure that you are trying on these problems and that you are showing that appropriate growth that I expect to see. So if there's problems that you should know how to do, I expect to see that you had that attempt and your answer had some logic behind it, even if it was not perfectly correct. But you should be trying each time while you're going through this. For your work, you are welcome to either do it with an Expo marker on your desk, or you can do it on some scratch paper in your notebook or whatever. I do ask that you do not use your notes because I need to know what you remember by yourself as if this was the real EOC. So you cannot use your notes, you cannot use your friends. You're going to take this silently and individually so that I can see what you know, and it will appropriately measure your growth throughout the course of the year. For a calculator, you may use any calculator you want to use as long as it is not connected to the internet. There will also be a calculator tool inside the app as well once you click into the test. You can, if you want, use the high school training if you have not used Evaluate before. What I will point out to you is up here in the little tool, it will give you a variety of files. There is a calculator on here if you need one. There is also a file with a reference sheet. Some of these things you have seen before and may pop up, so you are welcome to use that as needed, and that's just in the practice test as well as in the actual test for you. So you will go through the test, answer the ones you can to the best of your ability. If you can't answer it and you know we haven't covered it, don't stress too much about it. When you finish, it will give you a percent. Please know that these percents don't mean a whole lot right now, so do not stress if it is low. I expect it to be low the first time because we haven't covered the bulk of the material. What you can do when you are done is click this little graph button and click the progress reports. Once you have taken the test, this button right here will show your score. And then when you click it, it will show you every single question right here. They will all be a green box or a red box. Any of them that you have gotten right will be green. Anything you've gotten wrong will be red. And if you click on the box, it will show you the question as well as your answer and the correct answer. So when you are done with the test, I would go back through that, look for the ones you think you should have done correctly or you should have known how to do, and then see what you should have gotten there as your answer. See if you got them right, got them wrong. It does on my login show me how you did as well, so if you have questions in the future about it, feel free to let me know and I can help you out. When you are done with Evaluate, you are going to look over some prerequisites for Unit 2. Oopsies. You're going to go to Canvas. In your Canvas, click Algebra 2, and you're going to click your modules. And then in Unit 2A, the first one says 0 Unit 2A prereqs, and it is going to be a YouTube video of me talking through some things that you have already seen in Algebra 1. Different examples. And oopsies. These I would use as notes. You're going to watch through this. If you have earbuds, watch through it with your noise on, with your earbuds in. If you do not, you can just silent it and try to go through without. And then once everyone is done with Evaluate, you can listen to it quietly or maybe share earbuds with a partner, whatever you're comfortable with. But you're going to take your notes and then work on the worksheet. The worksheet looks very similar to the notes, but they are different problems. Use the notes as much as you need to until you are confident in how to do the problems that are on the page. The sub will have for you the actual homework for you that I would use as you go through the notes. And then make sure that that is completed by next time. These are things you should have seen before that will make your life a little bit better next time when we actually start Unit 2A. So you're going to take Evaluate, you're going to review your Evaluate, and then you're going to watch your Unit 2A prereq video and work on that homework as well.